Press statement. 2019 governorship elections in Rivers State. I choose to stand on the side of truth and justice. Rivers people have spoken loud and clear. The March 9, 2019 governorship elections in Rivers State has been lost and won. Lost by my party, the African Action Congress, AAC, and his candidate, Engineer Biokpomabo Awara, and undoubtedly and overwhelmingly won by the Governor of Rivers State and candidate of the People's Democratic Party, His Excellency Nyesom Ezenwo Wike, CON, GASROS, POS. I was the deputy governorship candidate of the AAC in Rivers State up till today, 25th March 2019. When I decided to withdraw my candidature and resign from the party with immediate effect. 3. As the deputy governorship candidate, I ran the general election with Engineer Awara in good faith. We both emerged from the primaries supervised by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. However, shortly after our emergence, it dawned on me that the AAC was not serious about contesting the elections. The party did no other thing apart from submitting our names to INEC as candidates of the election. The party did not field any candidate for the national and state houses of assembly seats. We printed no single campaign poster, nor mounted any single campaign billboard in the state. Neither did we hold a single campaign rally or meeting throughout the campaign period. We never relayed any campaign broadcast or advert on radio, television, or the print media. Nobody, I repeat, no voter in Rivers State even knew that the logo of the AAC looked like. However, 72 hours to the elections, we received the good news that the AAC had been adopted by the Honorable Rotimi Amechi-led faction of the All People's Congress, APC, for the governorship election, having been barred by the court from fielding any candidate for the general election in the state, except that of the office of the president. In adopting the AAC, Rotimi Amechi emphatically assured us that he was going to fund and do every other thing under the sun to give us victory at the polls. He further disclosed to us that he had already assembled security personnel drawn from the Nigerian Army, the Police, Department of State Security, DSS, and Federal Special Anti-Robbery Squad, FSA-ROS, to provide adequate security cover and embattlement for members of the AAC and APC to effectively rig governorship election and have us declared as winners come March 9, 2019. The adoption and promise to deliver the AAC was, however, not without conditions that conferred de facto governance to the Minister of Transport, Rotimi Amechi. First, he must be the one to appoint 90% of all political office holders, including commissioners, special advisors, and chairmen and members of government boards, agencies, and parastatals. Second, he must be the one to nominate and produce all the 23 local government council chairmen and other principal officers of the councils. We, that is, Engineer Biokpomabo and my humble self, must consult and take instructions from him on all financial, policy, and fiscal matters, as well as the award and payment of contracts and other financial transactions upon our inauguration as governor and deputy governor of the state. In addition, I was forced to sign an undated letter of resignation as the deputy governor of Rivers State to pave way for Rotimi Amaechi to nominate another person of his choice as the deputy governor. These were clearly slavish conditions for any rational politician worth his name to accept. But I pretended to play along because doing otherwise at that time would have been too dangerous a game for the safety of my life, giving Rotimi Amaechi's unconcealed desperation to remove Governor Nyesom Ezenwo Wike from office and install his stooge in the person of Engineer Awara against all odds. And so the AAC went into the March 9, 2019 general elections as an adopted political baby of the APC and with full confidence that the Minister of Transportation will use his federal might and connections with the army to rig it into victory. But we are all witnesses to what happened on the day of the elections. Reports received in our situation room showed that despite intimidations from the army, the elections went on peacefully in virtually all the local government areas of the state, except Abua, Odua, where the army led by APC talks prevented the distribution of election materials to the wards and units. Furthermore, records received from the agents of the AAC also showed that collation had been conducted in 19 out of the 23 local government areas of the state before INEC abruptly suspended the collation process following the unfortunate attack on its state headquarters office by a contingent of the Army on the 10th of March 2019. The collated results further showed that, contrary to the false claims of fictitious led by the APC-AAC alliance, the PDP overwhelmingly won across all the elections in 18 out of the 19 local government areas, culminating in the declaration and return of the party in 26 state houses of assembly constituencies by the constituency returning officers. This fact was confirmed on the 13th of March 2019, when INEC stated, as a matter of fact, that it had in its safe custody collated results for 17 local government areas, as well as the declaration and return of the PDP candidates for 21 state constituencies. The outcome of the elections on March 9, 2019 clearly showed the preference and direction of the people of Rivers State. Even the blind can see, and the deaf can hear the echo that Rivers people overwhelmingly voted to stick with Governor Nyesom Wike for the next 4 years to encourage him to continue with the good works he has been doing to reposition the state for greatness in the last 3.5 years. As a budding politician, I have a responsibility to promote and protect democracy, good governance, and the rule of law. If we all agree that the desperation and failed attempt by Rotimi Amaechi to use the army to rig the governorship elections for this infantile AAC candidate was an affront to the democratic rights of Rivers people to freely elect their leaders, then what can we say about the organized brutality, bloodshed, and killings that he unleashed on the innocent persons in Ahoda, West, Akukotro, Asaretro, Degema, Emoha, Kana, Ikwere, Okrika, and Ogubolo local government areas of the state during the during the 2019 general elections. In case you have not noticed the purported claim to victory at the polls by the Rotimi Amaechi-led APC-AAC alliance vanished the very day and moment INEC confirmed safe custody of the collated results in 17 local government areas and its readiness to resume and conclude the collation process in Rivers State as soon as practicable. Regrettably, despite the national and international outrage against his desperate conduct and deplorable assault on our democracy rights, Rotimi Amaechi and his APC-AAC cohorts are still bent on subverting the manifest will of the people of Rivers State, as expressed on the 9th of March 2019 by planning to 1. Again, use security personnel to violently attack and attempt to frustrate or prevent INEC from resuming the result collation process from the 2nd to 5th of April 2019 as already scheduled, or use security personnel to arrest, intimidate, and force collation officers to change already collated results in favor of the AAC candidates. As a practicing Christian, I have come to the rational conclusion that the actions and desperate attempts by Rotimi Amaechi and the APC-AAC alliance to rig the governorship and State House of Assembly elections in Rivers State are both morally and legally wrong, reprehensible, and inimical to the collective interest of the people of Rivers State. The Almighty God will not forgive me if I continue to lend my support to the Rotimi Amaechi's perfidy against the democratic rights of the people of Rivers State to freely elect their own leaders. I cannot in all conscience continue to defend the brutality, violence, bloodshed, and killings of innocent persons in Rivers State on account of one man's lust for power and influence. Power, they say, belongs to God, and He alone gives to whosoever He pleases. God has returned Nyesom Ezewan-Wike to power as governor of Rivers State for the next 4 years, and there is nothing we can do about it other than to support him to continue to move their state forward. Therefore, after due consultations with my immediate family, political friends, and supporters, I, Chief Akpo Bombaye, the deputy governorship candidate of the AAC for the 2019 governorship elections, hereby resign my membership of the AAC with immediate effect and announce my defection to the PDP to join hands with Governor Wike to move Rivers State forward. May God bless our dear Rivers State. Chief Akpo Bombaye, former AAC deputy governorship candidate.